Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a first impressions on a foundation that I bought a long time ago, but it's been like sitting in my makeup stash for a while because I had a whole bunch of other foundations that I was trying to finish up first. Anyways, it is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. So you guys, I know you've heard about this. So many people talk about this here on YouTube. It's like a big deal. So I had my eye on it for a long time, but it's really expensive. It's $62. This foundation comes in a very luxurious bottle, as you can see here. It has a pump, which is always very nice. It has 1 fluid ounce, so pretty typical for most foundations. And let's see what the claims are. Is it on the box? Alright, so it's actually on the little paper that comes in the box, not on the box. But it says, silky, lightweight fluid foundation blurs away imperfections without a mask effect. Velvety, luminous, natural finish on skin. Application, use a blender brush, apply a second layer if coverage is desired. If more coverage is desired. So here's the deal. I swatched it. I haven't put it on my face yet, but I did swatch it. And I swatched it in comparison to some of my other most worn foundations. And you can see here is the Luminous Silk Foundation right here. This is my Chanel Vita Lumiere Aqua, which I know is a little bit too dark for me. This is my Lancome Tint Idol Ultra, which I wear pretty much every day. And then on my hand, I have the Hourglass Immaculate Liquid Powder Foundation, which appears to be a little bit too light for me now. So when you look at the color range, this color looks completely off. It looks slightly orange or like golden. Mine is in the color 4.25. The color range is very interesting for this foundation. They have like whole numbers and then decimal points, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75. And I think I might have been color matched incorrectly. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to be applying this today with my Sigma Flat Top Kabuki F80 brush. So I'm just going to squirt, I don't know, about 3 pumps on the back of my hand. And dab the brush in there, and let's see, I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see a little bit better. So here is what the foundation looks like when it's applied to my face. One like light layer. Actually, after putting it on my face, it seems to match a little bit better when it's all sheared out, but it is a little bit too dark. I could tell as I was dragging it down my neck, like it's a little bit too dark. The color is slightly off, but it doesn't look too bad when it's all sheared out. As far as the finish goes, I think it looks very like fresh and very natural. You can see some of my freckles, like I have a few freckles and dark spots right here, are still shining through the foundation. But overall, it looks very good. It looks like it didn't settle into any fine lines, at least not right away, which is a good thing. And it's not a completely matte finish, but it's not like a dewy finish either. It's just like a natural finish. So far I'm liking it, but we shall see, right? It's currently 1:13 in the afternoon, so I am going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup. I have a lot of errands to run today. I have to go grocery shopping, and I might need to go exchange this for a different color. So I have quite a few errands that I have to run, but I will check in periodically throughout the day to let you know how it's wearing. Alright guys, so it is officially 2:30, so I've had the foundation on for about an hour, a little bit over an hour, and I have some thoughts already. So of course I haven't been doing like rigorous activity or anything like that, but I did do the rest of my makeup. I did my hair, I did some housework, I had some lunch. So I've done a bit of activity, and here's my thoughts. So first let's talk about the color. So the color is definitely off for me. I noticed after about a half an hour of it being on my face, it started to oxidize and turn that orangey golden color that I showed you in the very beginning from the swatches on my arm. So I did a little bit of research, and the Giorgio Armani website actually tells you like what the color range means. So the whole numbers, the full numbers, so like 2, 3, 4, 5, those are supposed to be the more warm colors or the more neutral warm colors, so they're slightly yellow in undertone, and I noticed that when I was swatching because 4 was way too yellow for me. So that's what the whole numbers mean. The 0.5 numbers are like these super, super warm colors, so like the really, really yellow undertones, and I definitely noticed that also. Both 4 and 4.5 definitely were like way off in color for me. Then the 4.25 or the 0.25 numbers, so like the one I got, which is 4.25, those have a slight peachy golden undertone to them, which makes perfect sense because this one is like slightly peachy golden. So that is what the 0.25 means. And then the 0.75, that one is the cool tone. So those are like the pinky rosy undertones. And so you can't tell now that this was too peachy golden for me because I went in with my Too Faced Cocoa Powder foundation to even out the color. And as I was doing it, I started thinking to myself, like, what is the point of wearing this really expensive, luxurious foundation if I'm going to have to even it out with another product on top? It defeats the purpose. So that is a downside. I'm definitely going to have to go exchange this for a 0.75 color. Okay, now let's talk about the finish and how it's wearing. So I have to say I am like really impressed with this foundation. So before I put the powder on top of it, it was really, really good. It wasn't matte, but it wasn't like shiny or like luminous either. It had just this beautiful like natural skin tone and that, or skin finish, and that lasted. It didn't fade away in the hour that I had it on. It didn't start to wear into any of my like fine lines. So right here around my mouth and right here on my chin, my foundation usually tends to settle pretty quickly, and I don't see that with this one. Yep, looking in the mirror now, I don't see that with this one. And it is so pretty. So if I can't find the right color in this foundation, I'm going to be so bummed because it lives up to the hype. Like, it is not matte, it is not dewy, it is just like kind of naturally glowy, and it is super pretty. Hey guys, so I am in the parking lot of Fry's running my errands, grocery shopping time, and yes, I was that crazy girl driving around trying to find like the best parking spot with the best lighting. I got so many weird looks, and this was kind of the best I could do. The sun is setting like over there, so I'm just getting weird lighting, so I'm sorry, but I tried to do the best I could. I wanted to give you an update on the foundation. So far, I really am liking the finish of this foundation. It looks very natural and very kind of like dewy glowy, but like a natural glowy, not like a I'm sweating glowy. The one thing is right here, right around my nose. I don't know if you can see in this lighting. I think you can because it's coming off in the camera. It's really shiny right here. So it looks like my oily T-zone is poking through quite a bit in that area right there. But other than that, it's looking really good. It's not settling into any fine lines. So usually I have foundation that settles like right here and in my chin line and right around my nose. And this foundation isn't doing that, which is very impressive. By the way, it is about 6 o'clock. It's 5:58. I'm using my cell phone camera, so I don't know how good the quality of this is. But so I've had the foundation on for about 5 hours. I don't know if I already said that. Did I already say that? Anyways, I actually really like it, but the coloring is a little bit off. I did go to Sephora and I returned the 4.25 because the coloring was just off. And I wanted to exchange it, but I was so torn. I got samples. So I got a sample of 3.75 and a sample of 4.75. And I'm going to try them both out just to see which color works best for me. I didn't want to waste an entire bottle of foundation because when you return those, they can't use them again. So I just would feel bad wasting more bottles of foundation. So I just got little samples so I can figure out which one works best for me. And then I'll go and I'll buy it because so far so good. But I'll do another check-in when I get home right around dinner time, maybe before I go to bed, and I'll let you guys know my final thoughts on the foundation. Alright guys, so it is now 9:12 p.m. So I have had the foundation on for about 8 hours, actually exactly 8 hours now. In a typical day, I would probably wear my foundation for more like 12 hours, but it's 9 o'clock and I'm getting ready for bed, so It is what it is. At this point in time, it's probably when I would blot the foundation, use like a blotting sheet or something, because you can tell it is quite oily right here on my cheeks and right around my nose and on my chin and a little bit on my forehead, but it doesn't look bad. It just looks kind of like luminous, I guess, hence the name Luminous Foundation, but the coloring is still a little bit off. But aside from that, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so here is the foundation really close up, so you can see right here it is quite oily. Right around my nose, on top of my nose, my chin's a little bit oily, my cheeks are getting a little shiny, but it doesn't look bad. Like, I compare this to the Dior Star foundation, the Dior Skin Star that I just did not like at all, and my whole face was like a grease pool. It was disgusting. And that was after 7 hours of wear. This is after 8 hours of wear, and I have a little bit of shininess, but it's like a healthy dewy glow, if that makes sense. So overall, I do really, really like this foundation. I should like it for the price. $62 is quite expensive. I'm excited to test out the little samples that I have to see which color matches me best. I think once I have a good color match, I can really like take in the full effect of this makeup and just really enjoy it. But in the meantime, I have to say 2 humongous thumbs up. I see the hype. I understand the hype. I know why everybody loves this foundation so much. So if you are a dry skinned girl or even like a normal skinned girl, I think you will absolutely love it. If you're slightly oily like me, then I think you'll still need to kind of blot maybe like your oily parts throughout the day. Maybe touch it up with a little bit of powder, but if you don't, like, I don't think it'll be the end of the world. I think it still looks good. So anyways, that is my thoughts on this foundation. If you have tried the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, let me know down below what your thoughts are. Let me know your thoughts on the coloring. The coloring is so strange. I guess that's just Armani products, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Alright, well that is all. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.